Oh, Sammy, you don't want to be in?
And how close do we get to this?
You have to talk like this. Yeah, you have to talk into the mic. Hey! Hey, Facebook people. Look at who's here. It's Hal. Yay! I'm sweating. I can't believe he's here. I'm dying. I feel like a movie. All right, are you going to talk, you think? You're not going to talk at all? Come on. All right, so let's move that over there so it's out of the way. Can we move it? All right. Well, if you want to talk, let me know.
Okay.
So, all right, Sammy's here, but he's in the background. He looks cute, too. He's got a nice tan. There you go. All right. I can't believe he's here.
Are you hearing a commercial too, or
Yeah.
is it just me?
Yeah, no, we're all hearing the same thing.
Okay.
They can't hear that. They can't hear that pretty much.
Okay.
So, hey, Cookie. Hi, Simmy. Here we go. They don't make you like things, you never gonna ask.
This is the Just Steph Show. I'm your host, Steph Palermo, your Italian Boston girl moved south who shows you how to enjoy life. Right here on
Love 860.
every Thursday, 11 a.m. until noon. Tune in weekly for tips on enhancing your life by balancing body, mind, and heart.
And
Featuring
Living
Atlanta. Find out where to go this weekend.
Steffi, you're so classic. Hey, this is Steph Palermo, and this is the Just Steph Show. Everybody has two lives. The second one begins when you realize you only have one. We are second lifers. We're empty nesters, newly single, and those starting over. H3, you're healthy, happy, hip years are just beginning. The bat phone is connected, so give me a buzz to chat today, 404-355-8699. Tell me what's going on in your life. I want to hear from you. And oh my gosh, what a show we have for you today. Oh my gosh, it's Mr. Hal. Hi, Hal.
Hi, Steph.
I say everybody, go to Hal. Go to Hal.
It's just Hal, too. It's not Mr. Hal, Steph.
Oh, okay, all right, so, okay, we're a little bit, because we know each other now.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm so excited. You know what? This is a special day for me. Everybody knows, you know, if you ask anybody in Boston, my friends from Boston, where's my favorite place, they know it's Hal's. I said to my hairdresser, I go, where's my favorite place? She goes, Hal's. Everybody knows. So this is a big deal for me. I'm so excited to have you here. I mean, I
Great
can't.
to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh, we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. We're going to talk about how great Hal's is and how you got there, because it's amazing to me. I know because I go to different places. So we're gonna talk about that. But first, for my guy friends, actually the girlfriends, so that they know what time their guys' football game is on this week. Tonight the Giants are at the Eagles for Thursday football now. 1 o'clock. I don't know why they do this, but the Patriots are always on at the same time as the Falcons. It's terrible. But 1 o'clock Christmas Eve is the Jets are at the Patriots, and the Falcons are at the Panthers at 1. Now this one's for you. At 4:25, the Buccaneers are at the Saints.
That's not only for me. I'm a Falcon fan.
Oh, okay. All right.
A lot of the Falcons come in the house and like it like you do. So
there you go. All right.
I was a Saint fan.
Oh, okay. All right. So that was for your past.
Until I moved.
There you go. And I know, because I go to the Falcons meetups too, because that's what everyone loves. So it's all good. And my kids are Southern boys now. And for my girl Laura, the Cardinals are at the Seahawks, and Monday Night Football, Lions are at the Cowboys. That's what's going on in football. The bowl games are coming up next week, and we'll have all that information. There you go. All right. So what did you do this past weekend besides be at Hal's? Did you do anything fun?
I cooked a beef bourguignon at home.
You did that?
Saturday night.
I love it. Nice. For you and Claudia? Did you have people over?
No, just Claudia and I.
Nice.
Opened a good bottle of Bordeaux.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love it. So do you cook a lot?
No. I used to, and that's how I started in the business. Cooking was a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
When you grow up in New Orleans, cooking, eating out, collecting wines, it's just a way of life.
Right, right. I love it.
Yes.
I
So,
mean, I
so
know.
it was a hobby, and I used to do it all the time, but when I got into the business, I was there most of the time.
Right, right. Well, I think because the ethnicity too, because being from New Orleans and all of that, I'm from Boston. We're raised around food,
Yes.
so I love it. I'll tell you what. This is where I was last weekend. Friday I was at Hal's. That's where I was. I was at Hal's, and then I ended up at Bistro Nico a little later on. Saturday I was at Jingle Mingle. Sunday I went to Huey Louie's for the Falcons meetup, and Monday I had a little party at my house, and that was fun. I did a lot of cooking. But, I wanted to talk a little bit about what Hal's provides for the people of Atlanta, and actually even the influx of business people that come here. It provides such a great warmth. How did you get it to be that way?
It's when I walked in to previously before me owning the restaurant, I felt the warmth in it. I felt the French Quarter with the wood and the brick
Right.
and some brass, and it put the carpet in to quiet things down and make it a little more comfortable. And I wanted some place where people could go and just feel like they're at home, feel like they have a second dining room.
Right.
And, it's a lot of people accuse me about being the Cheers of Atlanta. And I know that was a Boston
Right.
place in the show. So we have so many people that are always there. We have the most repeat regular business, I think, of any restaurant in Atlanta.
I would agree.
And we have professionals that help make it work. We like to say we hire professionals to deal with professionals. And Sammy, who's here with me, he's the best.
Right.
He's the best. He knows how to pick the talent, and we train people.
Right.
And our saying is, the people that come in the door, that sit in the chair, that's the boss.
There you go.
That's all of our bosses.
Well, I think that when you said you hire professionals to serve professionals, that's so true, because you have sitting at that bar lawyers, doctors, financial men and women, and you have to, the quality of the staff, they have to be able to converse with that, because these are very well-educated professional people. And not to say they don't all get a little crazy sometimes.
That comes with serving alcohol.
Yeah, I know. I've fallen out of there a few times.
I've never seen it.
No, I try. Well, you know what? I think you're already gone.
Could be.
Yeah, but I'm calling Uber. And and that's the thing. I wrote a blog about your valets, because those valets are unbelievable. They're the best. They know you. They know all the clients. And the best is one time I pulled up in I was with Pete. I was in his vintage Ferrari race car. And we pull up. James opens the door and he goes, Steph. I was like, yay. But the funny thing is they know, okay, you know what? You can't get in your car. We're calling you a cab. We're calling Uber.
Definitely.
We're calling you whatever. And, there was times where somebody I saw walking out, and I would text out there and I'd say, don't let them get in the car. And they wouldn't. No matter how much they was kicking and screaming out there, And so, but they're great. But they're the first face of Hal's. When you get out of the car, they're right there.
Yeah.
So they themselves are awesome. I mean, they know everybody, and they'll say, oh, guess who's in there? It's funny, if you,
A lot of people
yeah.
get out and say, James, usual suspects in tonight?
How is it in there?
Yeah.
Is it busy?
No,
What's going on?
they're great. We do have the best.
Yeah, you really do, all
We
of
do.
them. And all the girls are unbelievable. I just know that when I was going through hard times, with my own divorce and things going on in my life, the only place I really wanted to go was Hal's, because I felt like I could sit at the bar. I didn't have, first of all, it stopped me from crying, because I couldn't cry at the bar. you know, with
No,
whatever.
we
I felt
don't
through.
allow that.
Yeah, there's no crying.
That's a rule.
No crying.
No crying.
No crying. And so I couldn't cry, but it was the place that I felt comfortable going with all the people there. And it helped me emotionally to sort of bridge and into, you know, and I got such wisdom, like from Mark Morani. I mean, the things that guy said to me about, you know, being the person I'm supposed to be, and I was just sitting there having a drink. And so these are the kind of people that you're attracting into house. I mean, I don't get that anywhere. No matter what, I've tried to go to different places. I can't get any, you know, you can barely get the bartenders to talk to you, let alone the people that you're with. So, I mean, that's a tribute to you. And that's
And Sammy.
and Sammy,
My
yes.
right and left hand.
Yeah, you know what? He's the ghost person doing all the running around.
Little camera shot.
Well, yeah, he is camera shy. I mean, look at how cute he is with the nice tan. So yeah, I just think that there's something special about Hal's that cannot be duplicated anywhere. I've gone to all the places, and I think it's partly it's your presence as well, don't you think? You're there.
I would hope so.
I mean, that's important.
Yeah.
It's important. You walk through, you say hi to everybody. I mean, that's important. For the guests, they feel like, okay, you care about them.
Yes, definitely. And that's how we really built the business. One customer at a time, but making people feel comfortable and welcome.
And
You got to make them feel welcome. This is your second home. It's your second dining room. This is your bar.
I love that. That's amazing. That I could cry over that because it's just such a great feeling when you walk in there. It's so great to walk in and really know everybody but even the people that come in there that don't know anybody, I'll tell you, I don't know if I'm sure you've seen this happen, but we'd all be sitting at the bar and some stranger would come in and order a drink between us, and one of us would introduce ourselves, and then they would say, oh, this is Mark, this is Art, this is Sandra, this is so-and-so. And now all of a sudden this new person who's never been in there has 6 or 8 people that they've just met at the bar. I've never had that happen to me in any bar, anywhere, ever. It's that's the caliber of people that it's a family.
We attract, yeah.
It's a family. It really feels like a family. And everybody, he's playing the song. There's a cheers. Yeah. It is the cheers. It is cheers.
I've been told that many times over the years.
And you know what I've read, though, that you were never in the restaurant business before.
No?
So what made you want to do this?
I commuted from New Orleans for a while doing real estate work. And in the mid-'80s, real estate was tough in Louisiana, South Louisiana. So I kept coming back. I loved the business attitude, the progressive business attitude of Atlanta and the people in Atlanta. They all want to know what you were doing, why you doing it. And so I kept commuting back and forth trying to find a deal or something to do. And finally, one morning, woke up, drank some of that coffee and chicory, the French Market morning, and I just was going to call Delta to fly back. I said, I'm not getting anything accomplished this way. So I just packed up, called my children, called my parents, said, I'm heading out tomorrow morning for Atlanta. I'll call you with a phone number.
Wow.
That's before we all had a cell phone, and I ain't.
Right.
So just moved up. People I'd met when I worked in Atlanta, we'd always go out on the weekends for dinner, and they always asked me what I thought about the restaurant. I go,
Right.
you really had the highest ends of chain
Right.
of restaurants. So I saw a void in a quality neighborhood restaurant.
Exactly.
Like Boston, all
Right.
big older cities.
Right.
Atlanta's a new city.
Right.
So So I started cooking for friends on the weekends, and we never went out again. They'd tell me there's 6 of us, 8 of us.
Right.
You get the wines and the food, and we'll split up the bill.
Right.
So we drank too much one night, which I think I can say, because if I sell it, I got to use it, right? so we had a little too much to drink one night, and somebody said, you ought to go in the restaurant business. I said, okay.
There you go. So you just decided.
I decided.
Wow. And so, I mean, you had the financial backing, and you were able to do that because restaurants it's a difficult business. It's difficult.
I went to suppliers, and I asked them who can't pay their rent, who wants to get out, who's struggling.
Mm-hmm.
And one man told me there was a place on Peachtree Road, which was Vittorio's.
Mm-hmm.
It was an old Italian steakhouse where all the sports figures hung out.
Mm-hmm.
And the man, Victor Pachada, owned it. He retired and sold it. And some other man owned it and couldn't make it work. So I basically walked in, an ongoing restaurant. From one day, somebody else was managing, and I had a lease purchase.
Mm-hmm.
So I just walked in with pocket change, basically,
Wow.
and took it off so I could make it work. I outgrew it in about 9 months, and found Hal's, found the location, and been there over 26 years.
I know. I saw that. 26 years. You know, I'm sort of a newbie because, I mean, it wasn't until my kids were a little older that I could get out. And I really haven't been going. I've only been going since 2008 that we started to go out more and go out in Atlanta and stuff like that. So I feel kind of young. You know, I missed out on a lot. But, you know, I'm just glad to be there because it's such a great place. How did you come up with the menu?
Just some of, I didn't invent the wheel. Just some of the favorite things I've had all over the country and in New Orleans, and like to cook. It's, you know, the filet I copied, the original Chris's restaurant before it was Ruth Chris.
Right.
When old man Chris had it,
Uh-huh.
originally 40-something years ago, had the best filet, and I wanted to copy that.
Right.
And it was a center cut without the chain and just thick. I think you need the thicker the steak. It holds more juices and flavor. And so I just copied things from my favorite restaurant, trout almondine and trout with crab from Galatoire's in New Orleans on Bourbon Street, one of the great old establishments in New Orleans.
I've been to Commander's.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, they've been there. That's another institution in New Orleans.
Yeah, and I think they have one in Vegas now.
I don't know them.
Yeah, they have one in Vegas, but I've been to the one in New Orleans. That was fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
fun place.
Yeah, it is fun. I mean, the food is so amazing there.
Yeah.
You know, it's very rich.
Yes, that's New Orleans food.
No, it's very rich.
Fried and rich.
I know. I don't know if I would blow up between those and the hurricanes.
Yeah.
You know, those hurricanes are good.
You talk about the ones you drink.
Yes.
I know. I'm
Not-
kidding.
yeah, that's it.
We get the other kind too,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I know. It's that was tough. Did you get involved in any of that? Did you go home when all that happened with Katrina, or did you?
No, my mother came here. Whenever there was a hurricane coming into the Gulf of Mexico, I'd call her up. I said, Mother, time to pay your son a visit.
Yeah.
So she packed for 3 or 4 days, which was normally the length of time.
Right.
And then she ended up still here.
Oh.
96.
Wow.
So never went back. We didn't have a reason to go back.
Right.
And her condo was out of commission. It was a high rise, and they right by the flood when one of the levees breached,
Right.
and they had 11 feet of water in the first floor, which took out all electrical, everything.
Wow.
So she just
That
said
was
we didn't
so
have a
tough.
reason to go back.
Right. Did you have any other family still back there?
I had, yes, a sister, brother-in-law, nephew, his family, but they lived in an area that didn't get touched at all.
Right.
They were up here and they fled for the
Right.
hurricane.
Right.
Which you learn as a small child, get out.
Right.
You know, so many people hard-headed, oh, it's not going to hit here. it only happens to other people, not us. But
Well,
you
that
got
was-
to get out.
Yeah.
And my family learned that a long time ago.
Oh, thank God. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just, that was tough. That was
Yeah.
tough. I took a cruise out of New Orleans once. We had to go down the,
Mississippi. Yeah.
oh my gosh, that was a little rocky. It was a rockin'. But, yeah, so, I mean, I love it because the churches are great there. And I like the Jesuits. You know, because they're fun, but, you know, so I love the beauty and the architecture. It's a lot of fun. And my son actually looked at Loyola. So,
Good school.
yeah, we have some friends that are.
I almost went to law school at Loyola.
Really? So you were gonna be
I
now,
thought that's what I wanted to do.
where did you, go to college?
University of Southern Mississippi in Hattiesburg,
Okay.
Mississippi.
And what was your major?
Finance.
There you go. You know, yeah. You know, that's what you need, the business mind behind,
Sure.
you know, behind anything that you do. You know, and you obviously have an entrepreneurial spirit.
Yes.
So, I mean, you need that to start a business. I mean, I think the restaurant business it's just such a tough business. The hours are tough, the days are tough, and you close on Sundays, which, you know, I like that. It's a family day.
Sure. I read in some book that you were supposed to rest on Sundays. I forgot the name, but I know it was very popular.
Okay, well, you know, we're going to talk a little bit about how Hal's has helped the dating scene in Atlanta. So this is the Just Steph rules of dating. He's been you must have some success stories, like with people that have met at Hal's and gotten married or maybe gotten divorced or whatever. I don't know.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of the above.
All of the above. I have to say, Hal's has been very, very good to me in the dating world.
We have so many people that have come in and been regulars,
Uh-huh.
meet somebody, get married. I don't see them again.
Yeah.
The wives won't let the guys back in the house because they caught them there. So
Yeah.
I don't see them until 3 or 4 years later, and they get divorced and they're back.
I know. Well, I have to say, it's like Vegas. Whatever happens at Hal's stays at Hal's.
No question.
You know, I love that. You know, because because they see it, you all see it all.
Yeah.
It was a party, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I have met some wonderful people there, but I've met some really great dates there.
Good for
Yeah.
you. Good for you.
Yeah, it is raining men. You know, it's always, I think, you know, Wednesdays is hard because it's ladies' night at Johnny's, and so there's a lot of ladies at Hal's teeing up to go to Johnny's. But I actually love Monday and Tuesday there is unbelievable. I love it. Who does that on a Monday and Tuesday, packs it in like that? It's crazy because it's all the business guys.
Exactly.
That's
They
the
come
best.
from work, have meetings.
See, those are the best
Yeah,
nights.
yeah.
Those are the best nights if you want to sink your claws into somebody, you got to go on the businessmen nights. Because like Friday and Saturday, well, Friday is okay, but then Saturday night is like date night.
Right.
And I'm known to, I'll go there, you know, and I'll go because, you know, I'll sit, and then I have friends, of course, like Roger and Nancy and Bobby who are always there, and I love that. I always have great friends there to hang out, but my mom and I will go there on a Saturday night, go early, have a nice dinner. She has 2 Cosmos, and now I have to put her in an Uber and send her home, and I stay. Yeah, so, you know, but, you know.
Uber's really been great for the weekend business. Now the wives let the husbands drink more because they're Ubering.
Right.
They don't. Nobody's got to drive.
Right.
So it's really helped Uber.
I have to say, I've sat at the bar with young couples, and I tell them, this is what you need. You have a little money, you both are working, you need to get a babysitter and go out every weekend, and you need to get Uber and have a good time. And I've even talked to young businessmen in there about, you know, they'll talk about, you know, what's going on at home, and I go, all right, you need to go out with your wives and go out and go to places like Hal's and have a good time and have a great meal, and you have a little entertainment, and Steve Carey's birthday's coming up, so I love Steve, I love Jeff. I mean, they do such a great job, and everybody's always happy.
Well, it's more than just coming to get a drink and a meal at Hal's. we have the entertainment as well, like you mentioned, Steve and Jeff. And it's a night.
Right.
It's
You don't have to leave.
No.
That's what it is. I mean, you've made a place where, especially at this age, you don't have to leave. I've been at Hal's, gone somewhere else, and come back because that's what it's like. Okay, let's go back to Hal's, and we're there till whatever, till we close it out. But I mean, that's what you do. There's so many people that come in there. You can meet so many different people, and I think the dating world. You can tell when people are on like match dates and stuff like that. They're just somebody's waiting for the next person, but it's a great place to take a date. I mean, it's a great bar. It's fun. It's upbeat, especially at this age. I mean, maybe the 20-somethings they don't want to go there, but because it is what it is. But I've also seen young people there.
Oh yeah,
too.
we get a nice young crowd as well.
The young working crowd is nice, but
That's why I say I know I'm not a fad. I have 3 generations that love to hang out at Hal's.
Right, I know, and I think some people might think, oh, there's only older people there, but that's not the truth
Not
at all.
Not at all.
I mean, the older crowd that's sitting at the bar early, they leave by 7, and then you have this whole turnover.
And then the younger people.
Yeah. So,
The younger
and then there's people like me
businessmen.
that just stay. I start with all my older friends and stay right on into the end. Because I love it, because you can just keep talking to people. Yeah.
It's a fun place.
It is fun. It's kind of,
Morning and my wife, we were out one Saturday night to a party, and it was about 8:30. Now, where are we going to go? Let's go somewhere fun. So we started thinking where to go. We ended up at Hal's. We always have a good time there.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
we ended up at Hal's and had a great time.
Oh, I know, of course. Oh, we have a phone call. Hey, this is just Steph. Who's this? Hi, Jerry.
Hey,
How
Jerry.
are you?
How are you? Tell them how, people rave about the million things that
Thank you,
No.
Jerry. How are you, my man?
I'm fine, Hal.
Great.
Good to hear your voice.
Same here. Good to hear from you.
Working so hard to make enough money to go to Hal.
You come be my guest, Jerry. Thank you so much.
Thank you, honey. Love you.
I hope to see you
Same to
soon.
you. Okay, bye, honey.
Bye.
I love him.
I do too.
Oh, my gosh.
Nothing not to love.
I know. I love Jerry Farber.
Yeah,
I mean, another Atlanta icon.
definitely.
So, I went to, I was at that roast when you got roasted at the food bank.
Right.
I was there. And that was awesome.
It was a good night.
I was a little mad, though, because they made that video with Steve Carey, and I'm like, why am I not in that video? Like, I said, I needed to be in that video.
Exactly.
I'm always
At
there.
the bar. You should have been sitting next to me at the bar.
No kidding. No kidding. But that was a great night.
Yeah, it was.
And you've got the other award. The
Right.
excellent. I mean, for the lifetime achievement.
Right. By
Well,
the
you deserve it.
restaurant. Well, thank you.
I mean, really, you have something that no one. I've been to all the places. No, there's no place like Hal's. I love it. There's no place. I clicked my heels 3 times ago. There's no place like Hal's.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk more about what you have going on in the future of Hal's. And this is for the birthday piece. My lefty pitcher, Mikey O'Connell, Tommy Romola, Kevin Spencer, and Carol Hunziker, and Steve Carey. Happy birthday. All I want for Christmas is you, baby. All right. Yay. Well, we're still on here, but the radio's off. So, hey, Natasha Clark is watching. Hi, Natasha. Hey, Tony. Let's see who else. Hi, Brian. Sammy. Let's see, Bobby Donlin.
Hey, Bobby.
Hey, Bobby. He never watches. Mary O'Neill, hi. Hi, Polly. Dana, she comes to Hal's, Dana Mullinex.
Yeah.
Jill Brandon, I met her at Hal's. Vinny Costa, hi, Chrissy. Oh, Simmy. Simmy says, who dat? He's in New Orleans.
Right.
And Bubba, hi. Hi, Sandra Benson. Hi, Deb. I'm just scrolling.
Since it's her video, she can see who's
Okay.
actually watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these are all the people that are watching. John
Right.
Hyatt. Hi, Merry Christmas. Look at who's here, John, my guy. Hal. So we get to see who's watching, and they can say stuff and ask questions and
Okay.
make comments and all of that. So
Great.
yeah. So and then afterwards, I'll post it on YouTube and all of that. So this will
Wow.
will be all over the place.
Great.
I'm a podcast on iTunes, so this will be on
Right.
iTunes and
Wow.
everything. So
You're doing well.
yeah, I'm trying. This is a grassroots
Cover a
effort.
lot of territory.
I do. I tried to. I work. This is, I love this. I really love it.
I can tell.
This is fun for me, and I've had Steve DiFilippo from Davio's.
Sure.
He's a friend of mine from Boston.
Sure.
And actually, I was just there a couple weeks ago, and I went to his place, in one of his places in Boston. He came in and met my friends and stuff, and he's been here, and that's fun because he's Italian, and I get to talk. And he's from Boston, so we have like the little banter, for.
So you do speak the language?
I speak very good Bostonese, and all the bad words in Italian. But no, I can. When I go there, when I go to Italy, I can immerse.
Good.
But I don't have anyone to speak with. So,
Right.
and my father, he didn't speak it when we were growing up, even though he could.
Right.
So, but I grew up with all the traditions, the Sicilian traditions that, the food. It was all about the food, man. It was just, everything we did, weddings, wakes, and funerals were about food.
Right.
So, and now I make veal ossobuco, I have to say,
Okay.
and I love yours.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you.
It's huge, though. It's like we share
I
between.
don't mind that complaint.
Yeah, it's because so because we share it between 3 people a lot of times because it's so much. But I have to tell you, we sit at the bar, and if it gets a little late and we have a little drink, 30 seconds. With 30 seconds, whoever orders food, we're like, can I have a fork? I don't even know this person. I'm gonna have some of that truffle mac and cheese. We're like eating out of people's dishes. I love it. I want more. All right, we are back. We are back with Hal from Hal's. I can't even tell you. I'm so glad you're here. And okay, so let's talk. I heard from a little birdie that you say you love your competition. What do you mean by that?
It's a tough answer. What
Is
I
that
mean
your-
by it is I notice things. When you're in the business, Sammy and I, wherever we are, we notice every little detail.
Right.
That's one thing about our business is it's not one thing, 10 things, 100, 1,000 things going on every second.
Right.
So you notice how people greet you, like you said, how people greet you, how the ballets
Right.
greet, some of them just say $2 and so you notice everything. So when I see things that I don't think are correct, you say, I like my competition.
Yeah, there
Makes
you
me
go.
look better.
There you go.
Makes us look like stars.
Right,
So,
and I think that as far as the ambiance is concerned at Hal's, like I said, nobody rivals it, and it has to do with it's the food, but it's everything. It's the whole picture, but I think it's great. Like there's so many other great restaurants too in Atlanta. Atlanta has wonderful food. I mean, it's great food
oh, it's
place.
changed a lot
It has,
since I got in it.
Yeah, I mean,
for the best. We are very lucky today.
yeah, there's a lot of great places, and even some of the Italian restaurants. Because I'm very picky about my Italian food because I cook it all, and so there's some really nice. Pricci is great, and Portofino, and and some of the other great places around town. But I think everybody needs, and I've talked to Billy Allen about this because he has a nightclub. There's a million nightclubs. Everybody has a choice.
Sure.
And tonight, I feel like, one thing or another. or you have somebody who wants to do this or that. And so having the choices is great, and then knowing what's different about each individual place, because I know I can tell you, I like this at this restaurant, that, and the thing about Hal's is it's not your normal steakhouse, because you offer a lot of other things that other steakhouses don't.
Yeah, but a lot of New Orleans seafood influence,
Right.
seafood and appetizers, and
Right,
we do a lot of seafood business as well.
right, and you have the
But
sea bass
steak is
and all
the
that.
backbone.
Well, yeah, everybody loves
The
the filet.
businessmen like steak and potatoes.
They do.
It'll
they
never
do.
go out of style.
Well, I have to say, I'm going to be there tonight having dinner with my kids, and we will be getting that truffle mac and cheese.
Good.
So it's so good. But I think that when you have a big city like Atlanta, you need different places.
No question.
You need it, and you need to. We're all on the same team, trying to make Atlanta the best place to live as possible. So really, your competition is really your friend, because you're all. I mean, basically, we're all on the same team.
So that's our industry. Everybody gets along with each other. All the restaurateurs.
Right.
We're all pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, and I again, I talked to Billy Allen about this, because he's been on here quite a few times, and we talked about the different nightclubs and places to go, and the thing is and that's what I'm doing, and even here on my radio, the message I have, I want this city to be the healthiest city. When I say healthy, I mean all around healthy, happy, healthy physically, emotionally, spiritually, intellectually. And part of that emotional health is having great places like Hal's to go to, and a place to feel comfortable and want to go to again and again.
Right.
So, that's what I see about Hal's. It's, you say that you give a good. I read here. You talked about your meals and the dishes that you prepare, and you get something that somebody likes, and you've hooked them.
That's the idea.
Yeah, you hook them, they keep coming back.
That's the idea. As when I first started, people would come to the front door and say, "Man, I see a menu." I said, "You don't need to see the menu." He said, "No, I've never been here. I want to see the menu." I said, "I guarantee you like it. If you don't like it, I'll buy it." Hear people send empty plates across the room. Always. Tell Hal I got to pay for it. So it's the idea of hooking, and people say, "I'm picky." I said, "Nobody's pickier than Sammy and I in this restaurant. There's nobody comes in that door pickier than we are.
Right,
We are always looking at every dish. We can look at it and see if it's right."
right,
So me on my perch in the back of the
Yep.
bar there, sitting on my perch. I see something, I'll jump up in a minute.
right. You're working sort of. You're sitting close to the kitchen.
Right.
But you're close to everybody. You have that's a great spot, because you get to see what's going on in the kitchen, the dining room behind you. You get to look over there, and then you can look forward and see what's going on in the bar.
Right.
So that's like your lifeguard stand. I love it.
That's what I call it, my perch. I
Yeah.
see everything
Yeah.
from there.
There you go. I mean, it's perfect, because that's the presence.
Right.
Steve DiFilippo wrote a book called It's All About the Guest, and that's one of the things he talks about in the book is being present, and not just being, a lot of times when there's chef owners, they tend to stay back in the kitchen, and they don't come out and greet the guests, and they never get to see that other side of it, where you're basically on both sides of it.
Right.
And you have to be.
Yeah.
Because you have, I mean, when you think about it, I mean, I don't know what the capacity is in Hal's, but what's the capacity?
It's probably 300.
300 with the upstairs?
Mhm.
So 300 plus your staff.
Correct.
I mean, that's a lot of people to keep happy.
That's our job.
Yeah.
We know how to do that.
Yeah, I mean, and I know that your staff, is important to you too, because if they're not happy, then they're not projecting that onto your guests.
Correct.
So, and I was in there early one night, and you all were having a wine tasting, because you wanted your people to know the wine so that they would be able to.
And when somebody asks them about the wine, they know how to talk to them about it.
See, I love that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people don't know. They say, what can you recommend?
Right.
You know, you'll always, people will ask their waiters or waitresses all the time, you know, what can you recommend for me to eat? Do you like this? Do you like that? And you want them to be able to say, this wine would be perfect with what you're choosing, or, you know.
Steph likes this.
Right. Yeah, there
This
you
is
go.
our favorite, or this is Mark's favorite.
Right, absolutely.
But they know what it tastes like, too.
Right, and it's so funny, I walk right in and Katerina has my drink right ready for me. She knows exactly what I'm having. And so, and she knows, and you know what? I love it, because there's people that come in that I'm there all the time, and I don't see them, and she knows them, and she knows their drink from like 100 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and she knows they know everybody's name. And I love that. I love that feel of that family feel, and how they know everybody. And even I've known the waiters, and you know, I say hi to everybody, and the girls at the host. I mean, it's just amazing. So I want to know what's in the future. What do you have in store? What do you have planned for Hal's?
It's not broke, Steph.
I know.
It's not broke.
I know.
I plan on doing the same thing.
In 20 years.
Yeah.
Another 20 years. So
And hopefully Sammy's in my side, and we keep growing and pleasing people.
Because you went up and you made that top floor, which is
Right.
great, because it's a non-smoking floor. People like that. I happen to like.
Non-smoking bar.
Right,
You
non-smoking
can
bar.
still watch sports
Right,
at the bar in private rooms.
right. And you have the music is piped in from downstairs, so they can hear the music, right?
Right.
So they have that. So you have the non-smoking option. I happen to like the smoking area. I don't smoke, but you know.
No, I've never either.
So it just is. It's fun. You know, I love
I always
that.
said that the smoke bone's connected to the drink bone. So they're drinking more and having more fun. So that everybody around them has fun.
I agree, because then if your smokers are going outside, you're losing business.
Exactly.
You know, that's how I feel. And
Well, it was strictly a business decision when
Right.
I decided to keep the bar downstairs smoking.
yeah, and it's separated from the dining room.
Sure.
So, and you have a great,
Exhaust.
yeah.
From the kitchen, open their kitchen, those exhaust fans not only sucks out the smoke from the kitchen, but from the bar as well.
right, yeah. So I sit there, I'll sit there, and everybody's smoking cigars or cigarettes, and I don't have a problem with it.
Right.
So, and I'm a non-smoker. And it's funny, people are like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, hey, I chose to sit here.
Exactly.
If I want non-smoking, I'll go upstairs. So, but it you know, I think it's definitely fun. So now, because now you're not looking to open another restaurant, or are you just going to keep it where you're at?
Right now, we're
That's
keeping it where we at.
I agree. Don't fix what ain't broke. But
No.
you know, and I think sometimes when they start expanding, you lose something. You lose that special. Like Hal's is so special. It's it's that one place. You know, when there's a chain. You know.
Well, you stretch out your management, you're good people, and when you got to share them, you're going to lose something
Right.
between two places. You
Right.
got to lose something, and it's so hard to find the great people and train them, and you want to keep them.
Right.
You want to keep things going like they are.
Right. I mean, it's just you have something.
Thank you.
You really do. Now, I know you're closed on Sundays, and I like that because it's a family day. But do you ever do private parties and stuff on
Yes.
Sundays? Yeah. So like weddings and stuff.
Yes, and then if there's enough people, we'll do a lunch too
Okay.
during the week. But you need enough people for it to make sense.
Right. Right. Absolutely.
But we do parties on Sunday.
Right. So, and how would they call Sammy? For that?
Everybody calls Sam.
Yeah.
Or if they call me, I tell them call Sam.
Yeah.
He runs the whole show. He's the ringleader.
What, now, are you open for Christmas Eve?
Yes,
What-
and it's usually a nice, busy night, too.
Well, yeah, people like seafood on Christmas Eve too.
Right.
So, especially the Italians, but,
Yeah.
you know. So that's nice. Yeah, people like to go out on Christmas Eve. I think that's nice, you know, before or after church and,
Sure.
you know, they do that. So, yeah, that's nice.
And they're gonna be at home with the whole family for the next 24 hours.
Right, yeah, they need to get out.
Get out.
Get out of Dodge. So, yeah, and so now, what about New Year's?
New Year's,
You have anything, do you do a special menu for that?
not at all. We you knew the answer. we have so many regulars that we're not gonna charge them, make them eat too much and so, or give them a fixed price. Eat what you want, like you do every other night. But we make it festive, we decorate, we have a lot of fun, put out the horns and the hats and do all that, but some people come before parties, some people come after parties.
Uh-huh.
Some people want to be there early and get home early. Others come to bring in the new year with us.
Right.
It's a lot of fun.
And, who's at the piano this New Year's? Is it Steve or Jeff?
It's gonna be Steve.
Oh my God, I'm so sad. I'm gonna be in Boston.
He'll
But-
be, when you get back, he'll be around.
I know. You know what it is? If I was gonna be here, that's where I said I'm going to Hal's for New Year's. I don't care if I have to go alone. I'm sitting at that bar with my girls at the bar, you know, and just, you know, enjoying Hal's because I love it. I've had a few New Year's there. It's been fun.
Good, I'm glad we make you happy.
Yeah, it's really fun. Those are killer. I had to stop drinking the Cosmos because they were killers. They were just. I was like, woo. So, but.
You gotta put your seatbelt on.
Oh,
after,
yeah.
After two of them.
Oh, I know. I was legless.
Yes.
I was like, I was like, what happened to my legs? I'm on the ground.
They had friends in from out of town and they had two of our martinis and thought somebody drugged them. We
Yeah.
said, no, it's that much vodka and gin in a drink. It's
I
that
know.
much.
It's a,
I guess I
well,
would have put a warning sign out too.
yeah, I know. Make sure you're
3
taking Uber.
martinis could be dangerous.
Yeah, that's right. You're done. That's it. Oh my gosh, so hilarious. All right, so we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, Living Atlanta. And this one is for Keith McPhee, Henry Gibbons, and Dana Mullinex. Thanks for liking my Just Steph and Living Atlanta pages. This is one of my favorite Christmas songs. I love it. Okay, so who's on? Dan, hey. This is Dan. Let's see who's on here. Let's see who's on. Hey, Dee. Hi, Paul. He says, he was with me last Friday at Hal's. Paul Oliva.
Oh, yeah.
Susan DiCarlo. She's, you know, Louis Rawls.
Sure.
Yeah, we're all friends with him. But Susan's. Natasha says, hey, you guys. So fun. I love this. So the next few minutes, I'm just going to talk about what's happening in Atlanta, you know, for Christmas.
Okay.
And then we'll be done.
Okay.
And then we'll just go take some pictures.
Am
if
I
that's
doing
okay.
all right?
You're fabulous. Are you kidding me?
I don't know.
No,
I don't
this
know.
is so.
I don't listen to me.
I know. Isn't it great?
It's fun.
No, you have no idea. I'm having a blast. I can't even wait to get there tonight. I'm like, I need a cocktail now. Oh, is that bad? I forgot I was live.
Yeah, what time are you coming? We'll have
6.
it on the bar.
I know. 6 o'clock. I told you 6.
I already got
For
it.
6.
I already
Perfect.
sent my whole,
Perfect.
everything.
Perfect. Yeah, my son's 18. You know what's so funny is cute little girl was like, oh, I love Hal's. And he's looking at me like, I'm like, of course, hello. So, what are you doing?
I was gonna get the mic just in case.
Oh, you can't? Yeah, go ahead, get it.
Well, if you're in the way.
As long as you're not in Hal's way. Yeah, you're not in Hal's way. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. So, yeah, we'll be there tonight. And then I actually go to Boston on New Year's Day. I mean, no, Christmas Day.
Christmas Day.
Yeah, my kids are going to their dad's. So they're going to, I'm going to go to Boston for the week. And have some
How old
fun.
are the kids again?
24, 22, 18,
They're not
and
kids.
12. And 12, my little guy. My little guy's coming tonight, and the two youngest ones haven't been. And my older kids, I took them because they loved my veal ossobuco. I go, okay, you gotta have Hal's. And
Right.
we sat in the bar, and because they were over 21, and so and they loved it. So, and my sister comes into town. We get the veal ossobuco, and we split it, and whoever comes to town, we gotta go to Hal. I have somebody coming in the end of January, and he goes, I want to go to Hal's, because he knows. He goes, that's all. He goes, every time we talk, you talk about Hal.
I had a customer for years that did incentive trips for TV sales teams and send them, put these trips, they sold so much, whatever, they quoted, they got these trips. And he used to come in and lived in D.C. He says, there's only two places I eat ossobuco. He said, here at Hal's, and there's one place in Rome. I forgot the name. He
In
said,
Rome, Italy?
Rome, Italy. He says,
Nice.
"This is not Georgia."
There you go.
They
I'm
big.
like, wow, I know.
I forgot about Rome.
Yeah, but yeah,
It
we got 30 seconds.
Yeah, it does.
Donna Lynn says, hey, hey, hey,
Hey,
hey, hey.
Using these sides and working.
Santa on the
This one is
rooftop.
cutting and not cutting.
Interesting. That's probably why.
You see,
All right,
play
we're
with it.
back, and it's time for you know what. You wanted to know where to go this weekend. You've been waiting for Living Atlanta. All right, kids, remember, before you go out, make a plan, drink responsibly, drive responsibly, call Uber, designated driver, call a cab, do not drive, call a friend, do something, stay, leave your car where it's at, do not drive, please, especially this holiday weekend. You know, a lot of tragedies, especially around the holidays. Are you cooking for Christmas Day or Christmas Eve? What are you doing?
we haven't decided. We were talking about, this is the first year we don't have any guests, out-of-town guests. We usually have guests every year.
Right.
First year we're not having them. So the latest we were talking about, going to Buford Highway
Oh my!
for
Oh, for Chi-
Christmas Day.
oh,
Yeah.
for Chinese.
Chinese,
Yeah.
Vietnamese,
Mhm.
one of the Eases.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, this is where I'm going to be this weekend. I'm going to be at Hal's tonight.
I'll be there too.
Oh, good, good, good. And then I think I'm hanging with my kids for the next couple of days, and I'm cooking for Christmas Eve. So I got to do the kids want the Italian stuff. They want the ricotta pie
Of course.
and all that stuff. And then Sunday I'm heading to Boston for the week, and I will miss being here. There you go. So funny. Okay, so Deb Bowman she's been playing every week, every Wednesday at the Regent. Now Friday she is at Savvy Wine Room doing Christmas carols and Cabernet tasting, and it's at it's 7 p.m. tasting and then 8 p.m. Sing along, and that's supposed to be super fun. And Christmas Eve she's going to be at Whiskey Mistress. And it's a free concert, and there's going to be food and all that there with Billy Allen and his crew. And then on the 30th, she's at the Ritz-Carlton with her Mondo band. Johnny Perazzo is at Whiskey Mistress every night. And you can always, for all these events, you can check out my Living Atlanta calendar on my juststeph.com page. So, and you can subscribe for 99 cents a month. And everything that you need to know for what's going on in and around Atlanta is on that page. Now, at Venkman's, there's a Home Alone movie screening tonight, and it's free. Movie begins at 7 o'clock. And at Mad Life, it's a holiday, Mad Life up in Woodstock, it's a holiday party. Friday is the Eve of the Eve celebration at Red Brick Brewing Company. Christmas Vacation Happy Hour is at Venkman's on Friday night. Yacht Rock Review is at Venkman's later on. And there's a Naughty or Nice Christmas party at Pure Taqueria in Roswell. Naughty is the new nice, you know, Hal.
Sounds good
Yeah,
to me.
yeah. Now Saturday is Christmas Eve. This is what's going on. Christmas Eve, you can always go to Hal's for dinner. Call for reservations, and I know that they'll take great care of you at Hal's. for Christmas Eve. And Barcelona has Christmas Eve dinner. Now Davio's has the Feast of the Seven Fishes. Johnny's Hideaway is having their Christmas Eve party, and that is going to be super fun with lots of fun music. And I think they're open till midnight. And there's lots of great places
I think they're
for.
later than that.
I think for
Yeah.
Christmas Eve, I think
Oh.
they're open till midnight, right, on Christmas Eve?
I think they're open until 2.
Oh, 2?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, all right. I
know
stand
they
corrected.
don't close that early.
I stand corrected. I thought I
They'll
saw
be there
it.
all night.
Oh, you know what? Maybe there was a 1 in front of the 2 when I saw it. Now, Zagat says this is their list of wonderful dining options for both Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. The restaurants include the Ritz-Carlton, the St. Regis, Atmosphere, Food 101, Il Giallo, Il Localino, Milton's Cocktails and Cuisine, Salt City Kitchen, Midtown, Einstein's, Port Calvin's, The Room at 12, Southern Art, The Sundial in Hampton. Looking ahead, on the 30th is Bert's Big Jump at Sky Zone for Bert's Big Adventure. The Indigo Girls are at City Winery on New Year's Eve, and DJ Andre Perry is at 3 Sheets on New Year's Eve. Now, there's a sober New Year's Eve at the Legacy Club at Decision Point, and there's New Year's Eve at F&B, and of course, New Year's Eve at Hal's.
Yes.
So that's where I would be if I was here. So that's a great place. And there's New Year's Eve with Yacht Rock Review at Park Tavern, and an all-inclusive New Year's Eve party at the Hyatt Regency. Of course, you can find all that information on the Living Atlanta page, my Just Steph page. So Boston, now this is a big shout out to my Boston birthday peeps, Gabe Patino and Lisa Pero Bola. Next week we have John Hyatt, Kristen's in charge next week while I'm in Boston. And on the 5th we have Sig, my trainer. We're going to talk about all the New Year's resolutions. And I've got Chef Henry coming on at the end of January.
Wonderful.
Yes, so
I'll
that's
tune
exciting.
in.
Yeah, that's exciting. And that night, the 26th, I'm going to be on the panel of the Great Love Debate. And that's going to be at the Punchline. So check me out on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Just Steph1, and on Twitter, I'm at Steph Palermo. And of course, I am a podcast on iTunes. You don't have to miss a beat. Will you come back, Hal?
I would love to. This was fun, Steph.
Yay!
Thank you for having me.
How is
Right,
that? I'm
yeah.
so excited. Thank you.
This was
All
great.
right. Yay. And Merry Christmas and Happy
Merry
New Year.
Christmas. Same
And
to
and
you.
lots of love to your family and Claudia and everybody.
Same to you.
All right,
and
you know I
yours.
love you.
Thank you. Love you too, darling.
No, I
Thank
love you all. Wishing you love, balance, and peace. Ciao, ciao, baby. There we go. That's a wrap. Wow.
That was fun.
It was
I
fun.
didn't know what to expect.
Well, I said I'm going to make, because usually I do different segments, but, I tried to keep in that same pattern, but I said I'm making this all about Hal's. This is all, because this is what it's going to be.
It's great.
Because
Thank
I talk about it every week. Everyone's like, I'm at Hal's, and everyone's going, of course, of course, of course, of
It
course.
was fun and easy and work,
Yeah.
like, you know.
Yeah.
Well, you made it so
Good
easy.
leader.
Oh,
and
good.
Good leading, you know,
comfortable,
good-
yeah.
Good. I'm
Yeah.
fine. Well, just, if you don't mind, we'll